Hi guys, BSS03 here. Today we are here to talk about blue and with new two deck lists about this new color. They are sample deck list, so you can use it as a base and then like build your deck as you want. So let's start with the first deck list. First blue deck list is a mill deck list. So if you have watched the live on the Italian channel, I tested this deck. But the build was a bit different because I was trying. So start with staples as always. Absolute Ice Shield, obviously. We have to defend ourselves and keep the duel as long as we have mill out the opponent. Starburst Draw because yeah, blue has some draw power but not so much. Starburst Draw for the same reason, and also we can pay it just one, so really good. And then another staple card maybe for blue is Fruit Stream. ST card really good because it destroys by cost, and the destroy effect by cost are the strongest in Battle Spirits because BP because we can change BP, we can arrange also the number of cores on our spirit, but we can't change cost. So we can't play around full stream. We can only try to give it less value as possible. But anyway, we can really play around full stream. So really big removal for blue. So we will probably see this card played in all decks, and obviously we have to play it in blue. So take a look also for the spirits. Blue has a really strong base spirit, strong early game. Battle Beast, Bulltop Dog, really necessary to ramp a core. With this card we can easily ramp 1, 2, 3, also 3 cores in one attack step, so really good card. Block Golem is one of the best blue card in the game right now. It has Crush, so offensive solution, and also a really good defensive effect from level 2 and 3. It can block Exhaust if the cost 5 or less if we have a Nexus with Soul Core on it. So pretty good effect, and it has 6000 BP, so not so small. Giant Platoon is the best pure Crush spirit right now. So cost 3 to reduction and 2 core 4000. So with 2 cores we can mill 2. Not bad at all. Warhammer Gordon is also one of the best base card for every control deck, I think. He has Crush +1. With 2 cores it has 5000 BP. That is really good. And during opponent attack step, if opponent wants to attack with a cost 3 or less, it cannot do it unless he pay 1 core. The core can be paid from reserve or from spirit itself, but anyway, our opponent loses a core, so it's really good against, for example, Worker Ant-Man. Take a look now for the Nexuses, really important in this deck. In Chained Arena, when destroyed we can gain 1 core, and at level 2 our opponent must pay 1 core to attack even with the cost 5 or less. So with this Nexus and Gordon, cost 3 or less, cost 2 cores for attack, and cost 5 only 1 core, but anyway, is a really good floodgate in the early game. Sabid Lighthouse is also a really good effect from level 1, because the opponent during attack step cannot use magic card from the end that not share color with the field. So this is not like a incredible effect, but for example, opponent can use Thorn Prison in flash if he does not play green. So this is a pretty useful effect. But the level 2 effect is more situational. Rock Pillar Aquapolis may be one of the strongest Nexus. During attack step, our attack step, Spirit with Crush gains plus 2000 BP, only the attacking spirits, but 2000 BP is really good. from level 1 with 0 core, and from level 2 with only 1 core. When opponent lose a life, you can discard 3 cards from the opponent deck. So the opponent has to make a choice between lose a spirit probably, or lose a life and more cards. So force opponent to wrong choice is the point of this Nexus. Really, really good. The last magic we see also is a magic wrench. Not even for the burst effect, that is not so bad, but not so good also. The main effect is really useful. Discard 4 cards from the opponent, and discard in the main step is one of the strongest thing blue mill can do. And also, if we discard a magic card, we also ramp 1 core. So really good effect this for the cost it has. So not so bad this card. Now look the bosses spirits. 1 Cthulhu Shark. Maybe also we can play 2. We have to destroy our Nexus to pay also 5 core, and pay also at least 5 core to summon Cthulhu Shark. But when summoned, we can destroy all spirit without soul core. So this card is really needed to make control on the opponent. And if we are against a big board, we can just Cthulhu Shark all but 1. So is always a good trade. Also the effect on level 3 is not so bad, but I don't know how many times we will use it. Anyway, we can replace a Nexus from the trash without paying the cost anytime Cthulhu Shark destroys a spirit while attacking, so not bad at all. Allegro is a really costly spirit, but it has a really strong effect. But it requires at least 8 core to do something, and also that the opponent has 10 cards on the trash. 10 cards is not a big number, but anyway, if there aren't 10 cards, this is a dead card in our hand. So I think that more than 2 copies is a foolish play Allegro, more than 2 copies. Anyway, when attack, we can destroy the spirits opponent control that cost the most. So really powerful effect. And at level 3, when he reduces life, we can exhaust a Nexus to refresh a safety we control. So in this case, only Allegro. Last but not least, Conquest Miho Nirvana. I think the best mill option we have from the ST. Really good BP, really good effect, crash plus 2, raid 1, so we can discard up to 10 cards from the opponent deck. Really, really strong card. Finally, we see also Mandala in only 1 copy, because this is not a good, this is not the best card we have to mill, but anyway, we need it if we are against a deck, particular control deck, or maybe a deck like white that has spirits that are bigger than us, than our Nirvana. So maybe attacks with Nirvana can mean also that Nirvana get destroyed. So Mandala allowed us to mill in chill in our main step. We require a really big setup, because we need at least 3 or 4 Nexus to do something good, because if not, we mill only like 6 cards, paying the soul core, so it's not good. It's not good enough. Anyway, in some matchup, Mandala can be really good, so maybe we can also include 1 Mandala inside. So now we talk about another blue deck list based around Golem. As you can see, the base is pretty the same. Starbless, Strong Grow, Absolute, Starbless. I put it also Torn Prison, because mill is not the point of this deck. Point of this deck is like bit control, more control than mill one, and also more aggressive in sometimes. So Torn Prison can be good in both situations, and still Flute Stream because it's good. Also the Bolt of Dog, always very strong. Rammer Golem is a card that maybe we can think also to put in the mill in the mill deck. Anyway, we often play around our Nexus, around exhausting our Nexus, and Drummer Golem has a powerful effect during either attack step. When we exhaust a blue Nexus, we can destroy a cost 4 or less spirit. 4 or less is not a small value for a cost 2 spirit. Anyway, we have to be sure when we summon Drummer Golem that we can use its effect that turn, because it's really weak, so it's probably that it will be wipe out in the first occasion. Always block Golem. Silence Subito, really good card from cost 4. At the start of the step, during attack step, we can exhaust a Nexus we control and treat Subito at level 3 with 6000 PP. So yeah, we require a Nexus, and if we play more Subito, we require more Nexus to consider it at level 3. But anyway, is a really powerful effect, really good one. Also, if we read also the second effect, at level 3, when attacks destroy a cost 3 or less, and if destroy, discard also 3 cards. So 2 good effect, and also he exhausts Nexus, so requires to our combo. Gordon for what we have just said that. Lyrica, the other X blue, X rare blue, cost 5 with reduction. When summoned, we can place a Nexus card from the hand without paying the cost. So really strong effect that probably justify a bit the ban of depths. Cost at level 2, at the start of the step, the attack step, we can select up to 2 Nexus we control and exhaust them, and then during the turn, until we control Lyrica, that Nexus are considered at level 2. So a pretty strange effect maybe, but a really strong one, also because we exhaust Nexus to do that. Allegro, this time in 2 copies, because maybe we have a more necessity for it, and still the second effect can be used also to refresh other spirit, not also itself. Nirvana, because it remains the best blue boss, I think, and also raid 1, so we can exhaust Nexus and do some and make some combo with Rammer Golem or Colosseum Golem. Colosseum Golem, one of I think the coolest X rare, but not the strong one, but not the strongest one. Cost 10 with 6 reduction, so really heavy. When attacks, we can summon a blue golem token with 10,000 BP, but cost 0. At level 2 with 4 cores and 11,000 BP. When our Nexus is exhausted, we can place 1 core on that Nexus, so really good effect. If you think also how many effects we have that exhaust Nexus, including the Colosseum Golems one. And at level 3 with 13,000 BP with 6 core, at the start of the end step, we can exhaust one of your Nexus to refresh all our Golem spirits. So I think that is a really funny card, but not so competitive. It has 3 interesting effects, but that requires an incredible amount of cores and an incredible amount of Nexus on the field to do something good. So yeah, we have to try this to test this. Maybe there are some way that can works better than this deck list, but I'm not so sure that there is a good way to use this card. Anyway, this is a really good cool card, and yeah, I think that I will try this in some way. For Nexus, for Nexus Compact, we always have Unchained Arena, Saved Lighthouse, more useful in this deck than the previous one, and also Meteor Impact Zone, Red Nexus, not even for the first effect, but for the second effect, that at level 2 during our attack step, in flash timing we can destroy the Nexus to draw 2 cards. So with Lyrica, we can maybe place this Nexus at cost 0 and also consider it at level 2, and we don't have to put 3 cores on it. So pretty useful combo, and we can draw 2 cards basically at gratis. Anyway, maybe there are better cards than these to use in combo with Lyrica. You can also see that this is a 52 decklist card, so we have some way to arrange also the number of spirits. Maybe we can just put out 2 Bull Top Dog, reduce the number of the Red Nexus one, but anyway, 50 or 52 is not so different, I think. Okay, for this video is all. I recommend you to subscribe, share the video, pick up a like, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this deck list. Tell me if you have already tested more than me, probably. So if you have tried especially Colosseum Golem, that I'm pretty curious about that. Anyway, we will see you to the next video. Bye bye and ciao.